Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Hope you guys are doing well today. We're back in Patala Ruins with Krod the Ironwhip and Hawasha the Poisoner, the third boss in this dungeon. One of the first multi-boss fights we see in the game, actually, and was a very simple boss. In fact, I would go as far to say as this was probably the easiest boss in the entire dungeon. Going through Hawasha the Poisoner's abilities first, she does a ground poison effect that can be absorbed by player or boss that increases your damage taken by a small amount, as well as a slight ticking damage. 10 stacks of this will force you into a freeze, and during this time you take a crazy amount more damage. This is how you kill the bosses effectively. You're going to want to run the bosses into the poison, force them into the burn phase, and then burn their health down. Hawasha also does a charge into an AoE mechanic, which does a little bit of damage, about 3.5k we found if we stood in it, but it wasn't hard to dodge, and realistically there's no benefit to ever staying in it for more DPS, so ultimately don't be stead in it. Krod the Ironwhip is a fixating boss, meaning he doesn't really have too much of an aggro table. He just keeps aggro dropping and fixating onto other people. During this time you're going to want to kite him round into the poisons and basically get 10 stacks on him so that you can then burn him in the burn phase. Our priorities was always on Krod. If we could get a little bit of cleave, or we couldn't get to Krod, we were hitting Hawasha, but you need Hawasha to stay alive because you want the poison effect. Ultimately, this was a very simple fight. We're going to show a couple of the mechanics now, but realistically, it really was, like I said, I do genuinely think this was the simplest boss fight we have had in this dungeon so far. So we go through, just want to show you a couple of the mechanics here. So first things first, you see the poison on the floor. That's what the tank's going to run them over, and there we go. Here's the first stack of the poison buff, and that's it. That's literally what the fight is going to come down to. And sort of 2 or 3 more chain cycles for me will go into the burn phase. Like I said, I was actually hitting Hawasha a little bit just because I wasn't able to keep up with Krod all the time as a Zerker. You can see him charging and fixating onto other people. Again, he hit the Zerker quite hard there. But, I mean, honestly, not having too much of an issue. The tank can actually taunt out of the fixate. Not sure if this is an intended mechanic or if something is bugged. But hey, while you can use it, definitely do. Because ultimately it makes this fight so much more simple. Already got 7 stacks onto Krod here, as you'll see in a second. 8 stacks now. 2 more stacks and we'll go into that burn phase. As you can see, Hawasha comes forward with her charge into the AoE. We go out of it, and the Krod the Ironwhip is in his first burn phase. We do actually manage a couple of these onto him. We get him down, and then we move over to Hawasha, which is the later part of the fight. We managed to get 1 on Hawasha. Best thing you can do is all stack up and only split up for the AoE. But that's pretty much the entire fight, so I'm going to stick some music on. Hope you guys enjoy. Catch you later.
Tell me, can you see the stars? We're just running forward in the dark. Tell me, can you see the stars? We're just running forward, still wide awake, wide awake. Tell me, can you see the stars? We're just running forward in the dark. Tell me, can you see the stars? We're just running forward, still wide awake, wide awake. Tell me, can you see the stars? We're just running forward in the dark. Tell me, can you see the stars? Still wide awake, wide awake. Forward in the dark. Tell me, can you see the stars? Forward, still wide awake, wide awake. Forward in the dark. Tell me, can you see the stars? Forward, still wide awake, wide awake. Forward in the dark. Tell me, can you see the stars? Forward, still wide awake, wide awake. Tell me, can you see the stars? We're just running forward in the dark. Tell me, can you see the stars? We're just running forward, still wide awake, wide awake.
Tell